Or you can unmute yourself and tell me that you are hearing me. So once we are not talking, I assume that everybody is hearing me. So let us start. Please, you are welcome to the 10th edition of Christian Commitment Circle program. I believe, thank you very much. I believe that we have gone far. This is the 10th week of us having this Zoom meeting, and I believe the journey so far has been wonderful. And I believe that because of the nature of the kind of business we are doing and the grace of God that is bound with it, that we are really, really making progress. So before we continue, let's hand this meeting over to God. Remember that whatsoever we are doing, we are not neglecting the fact that God is in what we are doing. This community cannot do without the essence and the presence of God. So wherever you are, I want you to honor God by bowing down your head. Let us pray. Father, in the mighty name.
We don't hear you very well.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can you hear me very well now? Can you hear me very well?
Yes.
All right. Sometimes you need to adjust the volume of your phone so that you can be hearing me very well. So let us pray. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we thank you, we glorify your name for what you have done for us, starting from the beginning of this week towards the end of this week. We want to thank you for the gift of life. We want to thank you for health. We want to thank you for the power that you have given us in making wealth, because wealth can come only from you. We want to thank you for Christian Commitment Circle program, a program which you have made to touch lives. As we continue in that terrain, my Father, let your grace be sufficient to each and every one of us, especially those that have committed themselves in order to make other people sufficient, other people happy. My Father, Lord God Almighty, let your grace come and take control of this meeting so that at the end of this meeting, there will be enough reason to glorify your name. As we tarry, let your name be glorified in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. So thank you, everyone. Like I said, you are welcome to the 10th edition of this business meeting presentation. I want to take each and every one of us. It's like I'm being familiar with the people that are here. I want to thank my mom in the house, Mother Josiah. I want to thank you, my honorable doctor and pastor, Cassie. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank Jennifer, and I don't know the other person, but some people came in, but they left because of the slopiness of the network. So please, if you are new here, I just want you to indicate either by raising your hand or muting yourself, so that I can go back and explain the business model presentation and how it works. But if there are no new people here, then we will discuss. Okay, yes, thank you very much. I think we have a new person in our midst. That's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, Jennifer, you are welcome to CCP, Christian Commitment Circle Program Platform. This I want to tell you that this platform and this community has been changing lives, and also we are our brother's keeper. So I will take you on this journey. All I want you to do for me is to pay rapt attention, if possible, for you to grab a pen and a paper to write down questions. Because in as much that I want to take you on this journey, I want also a kind of managed time because of different people that are in this platform. Some are not in Nigeria. So the time frame is not the same. And if you're not hearing me, you can unmute yourself at every point in time because sometimes service can be very, very erratic. So I want to tell you that the Christian, wow, I'm not seeing Jennifer again. It's like the network is bad. Jennifer, are you there? I'm not seeing her again. So while we are waiting for her to come back, let us discuss what we have today. Actually, apart from our newcomer here, that the service has, I don't know, service these days is something else. So while I'm waiting for her to come back online and continue for a while, stuff, I am going to discuss with the 7 core members and our old timers here the next step forward. As we have noticed for quite a bit, our boards are not moving the way it's supposed to move. It is moving very, very slow. And these things are caused by the people that are inside the board. The people that are supposed to cash out, they are not doing enough. I've already cashed out and I have reinvested. So others have cashed out and they have reinvested. So our investment has actually given us the people in the core chambers of the circle soft landing. But I noticed that they have been relaxing, though some of them have made mention of so many reasons why they are not being able to get people. So, but what I'm trying to say here is we we have this. Okay, Jennifer is back. So I think while Jennifer is here, let me continue the explanation. Then we continue the work. So Jennifer, are you there? Please, if you can hear me, type 1 on the chat. Just unmute yourself and indicate that you are hearing me so that I can start from where I started. So Jennifer, I need you to type 1 on the. Okay, thank you.
From another place.
Thank
I
you
don't know
very
the
much.
place.
So please unmute yourself. Okay, thank you, Jennifer. You are in Christian Commitment Circle Program. You may be asking us why do we call this Christian? Why do we add Christian there? We did not purposely add Christian there. Actually, this platform or this community or commitment business opportunity was born out of the needs of the people. The people that started it with days of prayers and with divine direction. This platform, this community was born. So and since then, for the past 8 years, I didn't join on the 8 years. I joined very few months ago. But since the past 8 years, this community have survived with the grace of God and divine direction from God. So I welcome you to a community where we love you and we are brothers keeper. So I am going to share some screen here with you so that I will show you some things that you will need to know and understand. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So please wait. Let this slide come up so that I will show you something. It will have a little bit delay, but don't worry, it's just the network. Network is not that good, but we'll manage it. So as I was saying, the Christian Commitment Circle Program presentation. If you're, are you seeing? Please, can you see the screen that I'm displaying here? If you can see it, let me see some. Type 11 on the chat. If you're seeing the screen, type 1 on the chat, Jennifer. Oh, okay. I should increase the volume of my mic. Okay, all right. I'm coming. I think I'm on the highest volume. I'm at the highest volume. You can increase your own, please. Very important. It might be from your own side. Thank you. So, Jennifer, okay, all right. Okay, sorry. The screen mistake is a little bit slow. So before it comes up, before it pops up, I want to tell you that what I'm going to show you first. Okay, I hope you can see the screen. What I'm showing you here is a hand holding together. Then the Christian community. I've explained to you about Christian, and the commitment there is once you are somebody that is honest, somebody that is honorable, you will do, you will abide by the tenets and the ethics and the rules and regulation of whatever you belong to. That makes you an honorable person. So now, this Christian commitment cycle, the commitment. Oh my God, who is doing this? Sorry about that. Wow. So the commitment there is showing that to be part and parcel of this community, you need to be committed. I will tell you the reason why you should be committed. Also, I want you to know that this is a platform where we work as a team to help ourselves and others to eliminate poverty. You understand? And also, I want to make you understand that once you are part once you are part of this community, you can never be abandoned. Why? Because your success is our success. So this is a supportive community. We support everything that we do. Either whether you are a newcomer, just like you have entered this today, Jennifer, You have entered a community where we will always support you in any way necessary, because we know that if you venture be successful, we are also successful. And I want to tell you about the power of association. When you belong to a group of people that are successful in all they do, even when you are a failure, automatically in their midst, you will learn the ethics of success. Why? Because what makes you successful is a culture, is a tradition that has been imbibed for a specific length of time. So we have a culture. That is why this community has a platform. I don't know whether you are part of the platform, but after this Zoom meeting, you will meet the person that invited you to the Zoom meeting to put you on the platform. In that platform, we used to have weekly trainings. Though we have not had trainings over 2 weeks now because of the tight schedule and because of what is in our hand, which we are is part of why what we are going to discuss. It is not for you, but you will witness how we do things today. So the weekly trainings trains you how to be a networker, trains you how to build relationship, trains you on other things that will add value to your life. And if you are part of this community, you will learn how to associate. You learn how to build relationship. Building relationship is lots of fun because you are going to meet different people and you learn different things. So with this, we will come to the nitty-gritty of this. So this business model comes in 4 levels. The first level is 18,500. The second level is 82,500. The third level is 890,000. The fourth level is 3,120,000. So for you to qualify on this level that I called, you will invest in our community by buying a slot that has a constant price of 6,500. That is what it will take you to get yourself going in this business community. So by the time you buy a slot and be part of a circle of community of 63 people, you understand, in a board, when that board gets full, you will qualify to 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 eat from this first level of 18,500 by just investing 6.5 of a slot. So you are having 12,000 naira gain. You can decide to buy more than one slot. You can buy 10, 20, 30, depending on what and how much you want to start with. But also, we will discuss more about this business model opportunity and you for you to understand very well what you need to do. So I will take you to this stage one of the Christian Commitment Circle business model boards. What you are seeing here is how the CCP business model board looks like. Please, I want you to mute yourself so that there will be some kind of orderliness. The person that I want his microphone to be open is Jennifer, in case she wants to ask questions, because she's the only new person here. Thank you very much. Jennifer, sorry for that. So, what I am trying to say is that this business model, look at this diagram. If you look at this diagram, is in a circular form showing you that the business model of this CCP is in a circular form. But there is something that makes it to be unique. The uniqueness of this circle comes in 6 chambers. If you look at the last one here is the sixth chamber is light blue. It is made up of 32 slots. If you move to the one that is next to, which is the fifth one, is made up of 16 slots. And the color here is purple. And if you look at the fourth one is like a hexagon. That hexagonal shape is in green, is a very light green color. Then if you look at the one after the light green color, still in the hexagonal shape, is of four slots and is in a purple color. The one next to it is in 2 slots, is in sorry, is in light blue, but this one is in purple color. Then the last one there, the number one chamber is in green. So if you add what I have what I've explained to you now, you have 6 chambers, which the last one is the last one, the sixth chamber is 32. Second to it, the fifth one is 16. The fourth one is 8. The third one is 4. The second one is 2. While the first one is 1. So if you add all of them, it will give you 63 slots. So in every board of 63 slots, because the slot there represent people, represents human being. So in the 63 slots is automatically 63 person. So each person comes in with 6,500 because you are buying the slot. Immediately you buy the slot, you will be registered in that business model board. You become part of that board that will make the board to full. Immediately the board gets full, then you will witness what is called the gifting program. So this gifting program is a process whereby some people that is part of that 63 board is going to cash out, while some people will wait for another board to cash out. Then who are the people that will cash out in this board of 63 when it gets full? I am going to tell you. So if you are not understanding what I am saying, you will always indicate Jennifer. Then I will implore you to write down some things that you think that is confusing. But I will also make us understand each other by you asking questions prior to the what I have explained to you. If you have any question that is out of this context, write it down. But what I have explained to you and you need a correction or so and more of understanding, you can call me back so that I will explain to you before we move to the other side or the next thing we have. Okay? Thank you very much. So now I will tell you why only 7 people will cash out on this board of 63 and what happens to the 56 people that are remaining. Remember, we have 63 people here. 7 people alone will cash out on the money which the 63 people used to bring in the money they brought in this board. Remember that in this board now, every person came in with 6,500, and that money is going to be shared with only 7 people, and that 7 people are called the 7 core members. In fact, I want to tell you that the meeting we are having today, despite you coming in, is the meeting with the 7 core members. You understand? You are a new person in our midst. Already you have not cashed out, so you are not yet a 7 core member. You are just a prospect, a new person in our midst. So, so I want to show you something. If you look at this diagram, you will see how a Christian commitment circle business model is the skeletal system of this Christian commitment business board. This is just a virgin board that has not been filled yet. But I want to tell you that what I have just shown you is the skeletal picture of this board that is full. So when this board gets full, it will divide itself into 8. Automatically, the board will give birth to 8 new boards that are like this. If you watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Every board in Christian commitment business opportunity always divide itself into new 8 boards. Immediately, one board gets full. That is the system it operates. And the reason why it operates on that system is to be able to accommodate the 56 people that has given their money to the 7 people in their midst. So now what happens is this. That board, the old board that got full, went away with the 7 people that was in the inner chamber. The 7 people that accommodates the inner chamber is the chamber 1, the chamber 2 that contains 2 people, and the chamber 3 that contains 4 people. Let me show you so you understand me, Jennifer. This is the number 1 chamber. Remember, I told you it starts from 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Root 5 is number 1 chamber. He is the number one of the 7 core members. Then the number 2 chamber contains comfort 13 and Nage 56. They are now 3. Then the number 3 chamber contains 4 people, which is Jonelli 84, Comfort 14, Dew Hub 9, and Dew Hub 8. So if you calculate from the first, second, and third chamber, you are going to get 7 people, 7 slots. And because they are in the inner core chamber, they are called the 7 core members. So these 7 core members, according to the system on how this business model board works, it is always the 7 core members that are gifted, that are given money when each board gets full. Now, as this board was full, these 7 people were gifted. And the people that give the money was the 56 people, people that is from the 4th chamber, the 5th, and the 6th chamber. If you calculate them, it's 56 in number. So that 56 in number, they donated 6.5 each. And that 6.5 each is 364,000. That is what you realize. And that is the money that is always shared to the seven core members when every ball of CCP is full. So this 364,000 naira is what is shared. And because the 56 people have given out their money, they will undergo this process. This process I'll tell you now. And the process is when the board split up into eight, it is like this. Every eight board that was given birth from the board that was full is like this. So what the system does or do is that it will take seven people each from that 56 people, the old 56 people remaining, and place them in the three core chambers of this business model so that they will be ready, they will be equipped to eat from each of the eight new boards. So immediately they are placed in this new board, they will automatically become the seven core members. Jennifer, the people you are seeing in this Zoom meeting are not new members again. They are the seven core members. But there was a time when they were like you. They were like you, a new person. So now, for you now, you are a new person. You are part of the 56 people that will donate your money, or when you invest, your money will be used to pay them off. And immediately your money is used, you will see yourself in this position. So when the board you belong to get full, you will see yourself in the position of like these people here. And immediately you see yourself in this position, that will tell you that you are getting ready for someone to pay you just like you paid someone. And when you pay someone, automatically you are already you are already in level one, which is 18,005. So when you give out your money in this first level, you will you will be paid 18,500. And I want to tell you that there is a duration which your money will stay for you to get paid. And that duration starts when the board is split and you are put in this position. Immediately you are in this position, you will start counting from that time till the whole board is full. And immediately you get into this position, you will start bringing in people to fill the board so that you and the other six people will get paid. And it's going to be a collaborative work. You will not do it alone. The people that is in this board will help you. All of you will bring 56 people that will pay you. Just like the people there before brought you and you pay them. So you are going to bring people that will pay you. And also, another interesting thing about this business model is that those people that you paid out, they will not leave you, because this community have imbibed a culture. This culture is that we are our brother's keeper. If you watch what I showed you from the beginning, I showed you hands that are holding themselves together. Whether you are an old person, whether you are a woman, or whether you are a man, once you are part of this community, we are one family and we do things in common. We help each other. We don't leave each other. So those people that carried your money there, they will, as they take their 18,500, they will regift, take the remaining money upstairs to the people that are in the third level. So immediately he or she do that, he will reinvest back inside this bond. He will put some slots back inside this bond. The reason why they invest back is to give you and the people here soft landing so that you people will not find it difficult to bring in people. It will be so easy for you while you are working to bring in people. They are working there even after their investment to bring in people because they understand that your success is their success. You cannot move to the second level and they will be at the second level. Immediately you move to the second level, you will kick them out to the third level. And they move to the third level, they will kick the people at the fourth level. The people at the fourth level will kick out the people that are in the final level. They will fall out of the system. But because of the power of reinvestment, they will come back and start from the first level. They will become new, just like you become new. So it's possible, Jennifer, that you can become a coordinator in this business model in the next 4 to 5 months. And the person that was a coordinator when you just come in new now, we start from the beginning and become under you. There are people in this platform, in this Zoom meeting now, that are in the final level of 3,120,000. Me, I, that is talking to you, I am in my second level, moving to my third level. There are people here that are in their first level, moving to the second level. In fact, they are in the seventh core, about to cash out. You understand? So now I will tell you how the 7 core members work. The 7 core members work with 3 basic principles. It is crowdfunding, networking, and reinvesting. The crowdfunding, like what I explained to you, that 56 people brought their 6.5 to make up 364,000, which is a more tangible amount that, that someone can use to do something meaningful. It's not as if you cannot use 6.5 to do something meaningful. But I want to explain to you the power and the essence of crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is a theory, a practical thing, that an act that has been used right from 17th century. It started in the Northern Ireland when the king of the Northern Ireland wanted something and could not be able to raise the fund. So he decided to use the process and the act of crowdfunding to call up people and they donated some money. And the crowdfunding they did, the money they collected was more than 1 million people. Please mute yourself. Oh, I said only Pastor Udo, do you want to speak? I said only Jennifer, so that there will be no interference. Thank you. And so now, Jennifer, the crowdfunding also in the 19th century, Japanese people practiced crowdfunding. You understand? They used crowdfunding to develop themselves. That is why today they don't readily depend on government. All these automobiles like Toyota and those ones you see is a family business. You understand? They didn't borrow money from government. They actually did crowdfunding. They donated money within themselves and they started the business. Please, I want you to mute yourself. There is noise. Seriously, please. So, oh, sorry. So as I was speaking, Jennifer, sorry about that. It's okay. I'm almost done. So the crowdfunding there, that was the last slide there. There is, like I told you, the people, the Japanese people practice crowdfunding, and today in Japan they don't have, there is no, there's no poor man in Japan. That is the truth. They have the highest form of billionaires in dollars. You understand? Virtually every family in Japan has a billionaire in dollars. So now we come to Southeast. We use this in the southeastern part of the country. They usually use communal help. In whatever each and every one of them are doing, they use crowdfunding. There are companies in this world that have used crowdfunding. I'll tell you one, Skyway. It is 35 years of service, and what they have been using is crowdfunding. You understand? So crowdfunding is as old as time and has been efficient. It has its advantage, it has its disadvantage. Obviously, anything that has an advantage has a disadvantage. I am not going to tell you that crowdfunding is good, that crowdfunding is good, but also there's other bad side of it. But the advantage part of it is more than the disadvantage. Then we talk of reinvesting. The reinvesting part of this is the life wire of this business model. Without reinvesting, this business model will not survive. Reinvesting in this business model makes it different from a Ponzi scheme and a pyramid scheme. You understand? A pyramid. I'm not going to talk of Ponzi scheme because Ponzi scheme is like an abracadabra in the sense that somebody will tell you, "Give me 100 naira. I am going to multiply it for you in the next 5 days or in the next 1 month." And you ask the person, what business will bring this multiplication of profit? He will tell you that it is the business of, he will draw the chart and tell you a diagram and show you actually a good outline and what will produce the money. But the truth of the matter is that that outline he is showing you, it is not the thing that will produce your money. There is nothing that will produce your money. Either it will be a network thing, a pyramid scheme that will produce your money. So now, for you to make it real, he will begin to rob Peter to pay Paul. That is the Ponzi scheme. And it was named by Charles Ponzi, which was the one of the person that started this mago business. Then pyramid scheme, every company in the world uses pyramid scheme. But the difference between a pyramid scheme and a rotational scheme is this reinvestment I am talking about. Reinvestment makes a pyramid scheme to change to a circular scheme. It's a circle can turn to be a pyramid when there is no circumference circulation on that circle. But immediately a cone, which is a pyramid, now decide to circumcise itself, decide to rotate itself, it turns that cone into a circular position and makes it to be constant. Why? Because the hierarchy of the positions in that circle is rotational. No, you need to understand these things so that people will not come and confuse you. You understand? A pyramid scheme is when somebody in the higher level is collecting money and the people in the down level that are coming up is doing so much work. Why he's not doing any work? You understand? He is sucking from those people. And the time will come when it will suck, and the people will walk and walk and walk, and they will be tired, and the base will collapse. That is a pyramid scheme. You understand? So, what we are operating is a secular scheme, but we have hierarchies, just like pyramid scheme. That is the levels. But that level is rotational. Immediately a transaction is being made, a rotation of the levels are made also. And that is why this system has been sustained for a very long time. So I am going to stop here about the business model. We will shift to how the gifting and the regifting, which is the life wire, the business activity of our business model is done. So, Jennifer, if you have any question to ask, please, on what we have just discussed, you are free to do so before we move to the next agenda we have. Are you there? Do you have any question to ask?
Yes. No, I don't have any questions to ask. It's all I understand everything you just said.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this so much.
Thank you too.
All right. So let's move to uh, where the main activity of this business model is done. It is called the gifting and the regifting process. Before I show you some slides, I want to tell you that the gifting and the regifting process, you understand, has been the life wire of this business model. And for the fact that it has been the life wire of this business model, excuse me, for the fact that it has been the life wire of this business model, we the admins are very, very, very careful when they want to do the gifting and the regifting process. How are they careful? Number one is that not every person do gifting and regifting, but every person will witness gifting and regifting. Why? There, any person, every person that are part of a business model board will be given a link. Once you enter that link, you will be part of the gifting and regifting. You will be seeing how the gifting and the regifting, how the money you establish there, how it is done. You will see it. But you might not be the person that will do the gifting, person that will bring the money, person that will direct the money. You will not be the person. Why we do that is to bring orderliness, bring decorum in the system. You understand? So I will show you what I'm talking about. Okay. If you, Jennifer, I want you to take your time. I know that the words here are not as big, but is you can really see it. I believe, Jennifer. So now you can read through this small write-up. Is what I'm talking about. You understand? And like I was telling you that not everybody do gifting and regifting. The the admin of CCP will always study every person in the community of 63. Study the way you do things, the way you handle money, the way you are disciplined, the way you are honest. If they find it worthy, they will bring you in and tell you, come and be part of the gifting and regifting process. Because I tell you, your board is not only the board they are handling, across the board, some will be handling 512 boards. Some will be handling more than that. Some will be handling 12, some will be handling 64. Some will be handling only one board. Some will handle 8 boards. Like me, I started with 8 boards. You might decide to start with only one board. It depends on your strength. You understand? But the CCP admin are so organized and trained that they are in every board that you have invested. So what do? They they make entries. They they replace entries. They provide slots in every business model board. They are the people that will appoint those that will do gifting and regifting. They are also the people that will also create a new board from an old board that is full. So the process whereby the 56 people give the 7 people their money is called gifting process. Look at this now. Look at how it is situated. You see it now. So if you watch 364,000, if you divide it by 7, sorry, by 8, it will give you 52,000 naira each. The reason is that the 56 people will be grouped 8 by 8 under the 7 core members so that their money, so that they will channel their 6-5 each on 52,000 on the 7 people. So the 7 people will carry the money. They will carry this money and move to the second level. So why they move to the second level, in that 52,000, obviously, they are not going to take the 52,000. What they are entitled in the 52,000 is 18,500. So they are going to take their 18,500 and pick out 1,000, which is 0.02%. And this 1,000 is allocated to the admin people to pay them for their work because they watch over you 24 hours of the day. Even if when you wake up in midnight and and put and invest, they will put in the slot in the business model. Sorry. So so the process whereby you do that and you take the remainder, which is 32,500, to your upliner, it is called the regifting process. So the regifting process is done by a 7 core member. You understand? The regifting process is done by a 7 core member giving out the balance to the person on the higher level, probably in the third level. Why the gifting process is done by the new recruits, which are 56 in number, giving their money to the 7 core members. So I believe you have seen the difference between gifting and the regifting process. The regifting process is done in the higher levels, while the gifting process is done in the beginner level. That is the first level, and the process before the first level. So I believe that with these sharpness, you have really understood how the Christian Commitment Circle Business Model Board Opportunity Works. So if you have any question on this, please you can ask before we now move to what we have. Before we move to the 7 core members and why we are here today, Jennifer. Do you have any question to ask on this? Okay. All right. So I think we are through. So let's come to the 7 core members. We are 100 and something. I'm seeing only few of us here. It doesn't tell good about us. And we want to discuss a critical thing here. Very something that is very, 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 very important. And why our boards are not really moving. And I'm seeing some very few people here. It is not really good. And the next thing is that next thing now they keep calling you and asking you why is the board not getting you are supposed to be part of this meeting in order for you to see why your own board is not getting full. You understand? And the progress which uh, this business, the admin and the people people in this place have done to the process, the development which they have done so far in making this business model work. So now the question there is that what have you been doing and how are you doing it? What have you been doing? That's the question. How are you doing it? How are you been achieving all those things? So I want to tell you that the admin, as of few days ago, created their flyer. The essence of this flyer is for the 7 core members or the newcomers to pinpoint to pinpoint pinpoint where we are going to do seminar or workshop or awareness, where we are going to bring in group of people and talk to them about this business model. Since you are not able to bring them to the Zoom meeting, you are not able to talk to them very well because you are not participating in the platform. You don't know about this business model. Okay, you don't know about the business model. You cannot bring in the people to some people that will explain the business model to them because nobody invests, nobody trying to invest in business he or she does not understand. If you don't understand the business, how are you going to sell it to someone? And I want to tell you that this business model, we don't sell products. We are basically working with networking. We network people. We bring in people to invest. That is, the people is the product we have. When you come in with your money. That is the product. The crowdfunding there is the product. The networking there is the catalyst. Catalyst is something that speeds up a reaction of anything. Why the reinvestment there is the oil, the lifeline, the oil of this business model. So if you don't bring in people, your board will not move. Then, if you have people, because in this business model, we have two groups of people. We have the investors and the networkers. The investors are the people that use their money to invest in this business model. They may not know how to bring in people, but they know how to use money to invest. Why the networkers are the people that have the skills, they have the tenacity, they have all the fundamentals and the principles of convincing people and making them to be part of their business. They know how to sell their business. And funny enough, there are people that fall into the category of networking and investing. Why am I saying this? You may see someone that is a networker in your group and you relax and be saying that this person is working. A time will come because this business model, you cannot work alone, no matter how good. It must be a collaborative effort. So when one person is working, the board will be moving very slowly. Then before you know it, that time of 6 weeks to 8 weeks, you will look at your board and nothing is moving. And you begin to tell people that this thing is 419, it is not working. They are eating people's money. Now, how is your money being eaten? Number one is that the CCP is not a company. It doesn't have, it's not registered anywhere. It is just a different regulatory body that regulates the activities of the business model, of the things happening in the business model. You and me are the bankers bank. We bank our money. When you have downliner, you are responsible for their money. And you are not going to collect that money until the boards are full. But you have the right to put his or her name on the board. Then you will begin to collect the money immediately the board is full. Because once you submit the names to the admin for gifting, and you are not able to collect money, you will use your money to do the gifting process when the time comes. But sometimes we notice that some people, when the board is full, they will not have that very money they had when they invested. So we advise people, if you know that you are not disciplined in money, you give out your money to your upliner, the person that introduced you to the business, give him the money. But the person that is introducing to the business, you tell your downliner, this money you are giving me, please don't start counting the day you give me the money. Go back to your business board and look at the activities in your business, is your model board. Once the model board is full and they will call you for the gifting process, immediately after the gifting process, you start counting. That time when they will tell you, go out and bring in more people, start counting. So the problem we are having today is also the reason why we call this meeting is that the the people in the inner chambers have relaxed. They are not doing their work. Therefore, the board which we anticipated that is supposed to be full by ending of October and first week of November, we are now in the second week, going to the third week, and some of the boards have not moved well. So we now decided to bring out a strategy. Since you are not talking to them, or probably you have talked to some people and they tell you that they want you to cash out before they come. Now what you will do is we now decided to tell you to go around your community. That place you are trading, that place you have a shop, that place that's in your office. Look around you. Is there a place where we can gather people and talk to them about this business model? We have already created flyer. I want to show you the flyer, the sample of the flyer we created. You understand? That is the printer, the copies are coming out on Monday. So if you have a place in around you where we can come and sensitize people like a workshop and tell them about this business model, trust me, they will invest. All we need is for you to go look around that your place, look it very well and see if it's possible for a seminar or a workshop to be held there. So what we will do is that we will take some flyers and write the venue of the place you want us to come for the something, and we will share it 2 or 3 days before the date time. That is the new strategy that the admin brought out. You understand? The admins are not the people, they are not the people cashing out, but they are brainstorming. They have been brainstorming on how it will be good for you because they know that your success is their success. They don't want people to tarnish the integrity which this business model have upheld for a very long time now. So we are having this meeting now, you understand, to show, to tell you the flyer. I'm trying to show you the flyer. How the flyer is. Okay, look at the flyer here. Hmm. I don't know how. I want to enlarge it. Okay. I believe. Look at how the. This is how the flyer is. If you watch in this flyer, you will see that it is with. There's no date and venue. You understand? So once you have a place where we want to do the seminar, we will use pen and write it, and we share it to that place 3 or 4 days before the time, and you see how this magic works. So I am employing each and every one of us here, you understand, to take advantage of this opportunity. You understand? So that is what we have for today. So with this, we come to the end of this business meeting. And also, I want to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of us that have participated in this meeting. And uh, Jennifer, thank you so much for being part of this. If you have any question you want to ask, since we are getting to the end of our meeting, you can ask. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, do you want to, have you already invested or do you want to invest?
I'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
I will invest.
Okay, thank you very much. Kudos.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, and look at your area. If you have any place where we can come and do some little workshop, you can contact me privately so that we can make the arrangements. And
It's all right.
wherever you bring it, whatever we get, if it's 100 people, 200 people, is going to be under you. You will build on that community. You understand? And you will grow faster. You see that levels, you will get to that level in a very small specific time, period of time.
No problem.
So thank you very much, Jennifer. All right. Take care and God bless. So I am going to stop the recording. I'm going to stop the recording here and we call it a day. And